Hi guys, how's everyone today? What is what is going on? Are you guys getting ready for the weekend? I know we are. Actually, today we're going to an event. I don't know if you ever saw Shark Tank. I'm sure everybody has, but the guy Damon John is on there, and he's having an event here where we live today. And we decided that you should go see as many events as you can with as many big people as you can. If you're in the marketing business, which we are,
We decided, why not? Just go.
yeah,
Just go and enjoy
but I'm
it.
actually looking forward to it. Like I really am because I love that show. Like I used to record it when we watched TV all the time.
When? Way back when.
Way back in the 1800s, when we used to be able to do that. So, how is everyone else doing today? What are you planning on doing with your weekend? Anything good? So, I know we have to turn on something to see you guys. So,
Yeah, you can see us, but we can't see you.
all right. So today we decided to put some fun facts together, but first I'm going to introduce myself.
That would be great.
My name is Di.
And I'm Robin from DianeRobin.com, and we are always excited to be here with you.
Yes. So yesterday we talked about, how artificial intelligence is taking over and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and people are losing jobs. So we decided to figure out a little bit of how fast the world has started coming forward and when did all this really start?
Just some little fun facts. That's
Yeah.
it. Little fun facts. The more you know, the better you are.
And I remembered somebody telling me, hey, Captain Ann is on. I remember somebody telling me a long time ago that the first computer ever, because I just couldn't get it in my head that they were really invented so long ago, but it wasn't the kind of computer that you see today, right?
Right.
I mean, today they're like this big. But somebody told me that the first computers were this big, massive things against the wall that 2, 3, 4 people had to operate. And that to me was so funny because I couldn't imagine it in my head. So this is it. This is one of the very first computer designs. Imagine having to have that in your living room. You could not work at a beach. You could not work anywhere, right? So it's like when you think about it, the growth started way back in the 50s and then just took off from there. Do you remember it was a long time ago when AOL first came out?
But it's funny because you always know that AOL, if somebody gives you their email address, you know that they're they're a baby boomer.
I still have an AOL. Do I use it? I still have one though.
You still use
But
it.
I remember when you first turned on the computer, it made this sound, and everybody, it's like it was dialing into your computer. But I remember it, but I really don't remember this. This is the first logo that AOL ever had, and I had no. Let me make it clear for you. I don't know how to make it clear.
No,
for
they
you.
get clear.
So that was the first logo like that AOL ever used, and that's what everyone was using. But think about how far back that went when the first emails started happening. That was a long time ago. So you can't ever say that you can't say that growth is just happening now. This all started so long ago. And we're just telling you these facts because I found them interesting, and because we were talking yesterday about how fast technology is moving and how everybody should really be careful that they don't get caught up in a job that's never going to go anywhere because artificial intelligence
Well, and that is
is
true.
taking
You know, that's a
over.
big thing that we have to really pay close attention to, because there are people currently already losing their jobs because of self checkout.
Right, and that's what we were talking about yesterday. So that's why I'm talking today about, I wanted to see the other side of the spectrum of where did we come from with all this? When did it first start? And it doesn't, it's so weird, and it's so subtle, and it just started getting bigger and bigger, just like Amazon yesterday when I was talking about. Amazon started out as a bookstore, you know, like you could order some books from it, and now you can order anything. Like Amazon is huge. So this is how we all grow, and this is when you start a business. You know, I can tell you this now. HP, Google, Microsoft, Apple, all of those companies, they're huge, right? They're huge. But they all have one thing in common. They all started from somebody's garage.
That's
So,
true.
so when you're sitting there going, oh, what am I going to do, right? Think about that fact for a minute. They all started in a garage, and they are now like the biggest conglomerates on the face of the earth, right? So every time you think, I can't do this, yes, you can. You can do anything that you have the drive to do. You have to believe in yourself to get there. You can take one little idea, right, and blow it up so big that it becomes like Google or Microsoft. You know, I'm not going to say that's going to happen to every single person, but every one of those people had a vision. And that's what it takes. I mean, Bill Gates even designed his house as a Mac computer. Like, that's crazy when you think
yeah,
about
he
it.
designed it using a Mac computer.
But so that's why I say it all
Which is
the time.
funny considering he's, Windows and.
Oh yeah. Well, you're talking really low. So all right. I didn't hear what you said, and I know you said about Windows, so that's why I.
I said considering Bill Gates is, Windows and.
Yeah. So at any rate, okay, I get it. I just didn't hear you before. I'm sorry. So at any rate, when you think about how big these companies are and how fast technology is going right now, tell yourself every morning, why not me? Everybody says, oh, but those are the big guys. But they weren't always the big guys. Nobody is born with the mind of a marketer, right? Nobody is born, I'm sure Alexander Graham Bell didn't wake up with a phone in his ear. No, these are all people who had visions and ideas. And there's no reason that you can't be like that.
Absolutely. I mean, you just have to have the determination and the drive and the consistency. When you see something that you want, you really should go after it.
Mm-hmm.
But, there's so many of us, and myself is just as guilty as a lot of you, that, it's like, oh, well, I'll do that tomorrow. I'll get started on that. I really want to do this, but I'll get started on doing it tomorrow. And truthfully, there's no better time to do it than today. Because tomorrow may never come,
That's true. It's a little sad, but it is true.
No,
it's a very true fact. And I say it all the time. How many dreams are laying in a cemetery? Because people just didn't go through with their vision. They didn't believe in themselves enough. Or they listened to other people telling them that they couldn't. And obviously, they could. I don't know what's happening here.
I was pulling up the comments so I could reply to them. And
That's funny. But anyway, do you know that computer programming right now is currently one of the fastest growing occupations related to technology? And that's what we were talking about yesterday. Sometime in the future, you're going to have to know those skills. Yesterday I heard one of my friends who really is not into computers or technology or data or anything say right out loud on the computer, I'm going to have to up my computer skills. And I thought, oh my God, that would be great, right? So everyone's going to have to learn because that's going to be a huge part of your business, right? It's going to become where you can't afford to hire somebody because it's the big companies that are going to hire the best ones. So keep that in mind all the time, right? You're so quiet today.
Well, no, I mean, I'm just thinking because, it really blows me away, but it's very true. The whole AI thing is really kind of scary. But at the same time, you want to make sure that you're in front of it, and you're
Stay
able.
ahead of the trend.
That's right, and you're able to, because it is happening. And like I said yesterday, I'm not one of those people that necessarily agrees with it, even though I'm in this industry. But I'm very much old school and very much into communities and the local businesses and all of that. But at the same time, I mean, think about this: if you're gonna survive, if you're going to make a living, or if you're going to follow your dream, I mean, you need to really kind of get out in front of this, and you really need to figure out what you're going to do in 10 years if you're not doing an online business.
Do you know what I know? I know that 28% of professionals that are really, really good on the computer and they do tech support and all that stuff. Do you know they hide it from their friends and family so that they don't have to keep going and fixing everybody's computer?
I believe that. I totally believe that. I totally believe that. Because I would do that myself if I could.
You know what? I saw that on Fun Facts, right? And all I could think of was about Robin.
That's true, though, because you think it's like...
She likes helping people, but when you help people, you get so many people that ask you at the same time. And it's like, oh, and you want to help it. You just really don't have the time. So I felt bad for you, but I wanted to put that fun fact out there.
It is a fun fact.
Because it reminded me of you so bad. But I was laughing at some of the fun facts we had, that we found. And one of them was, remember I showed you that great big computer? They called that, back in the day, it wasn't a computer, it was called the electronic brain. And I just found that hysterical.
That's
because
very
we've come
true.
so far. And what else is there?
Well, there's a really cool fact
All right.
that I didn't think most people might not know. Because then again, it depends upon how old you are.
She keeps bringing up that age for all us old folks.
Well, I remember it, so it's okay.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I mean,
What is it?
It's Time Magazine. Did you know that in 1982, Time Magazine named the computer the Man of the Year?
The Man of the Year.
That's right.
That's so funny.
I have proof.
All right.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
God, look at
Time
that.
Magazine, the Man of the Year.
Machine of the Year. The computer moves in. Wow. And that was in 1982?
1982.
Wow. But remember you got all those. I remember when I got my first desktop. That sucker was heavy. That's all I remember about it.
I remember mine, and it was a Triumph. I still have it, actually, believe it or not. I still have it.
She's a hoarder.
No, not really, but it was a Triumph Arch 88.
Wow.
And I still have it.
You should sell that sucker.
I still
That's
have
probably
the
worth a lot of
keyboard,
money.
which is like really thick. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's vintage computer now.
I bet you it is. Oh my God, that is funny.
But, so anyhow, that's our fun facts for the day.
Yeah, we just wanted to come on and continue yesterday's talk. I had to find out the other side of the spectrum of when it all suddenly started happening, where this new technology revolution is coming in fast. So of course I'm curious, so I had to go back and find out when did all this actually start, because it's very subtle when it starts happening. But now it's happening so fast that's why we told you yesterday, be prepared for that, right?
So start learning today. It's amazing how much self-taught.
Self-education.
Yeah, self-education is going to be making. It's like, what is it, like $1 billion a day?
Yeah, self-education is the way that so many people are going right now, and that's what I started talking about it, and I called it I forget what I called it yesterday, but it's like you have to self-educate yourself in the things that you want to learn, and that's really what it's all about. Learning from people with experience in whatever field you want to go in.
And you have to remember that in your online business, teaching what you know is important, because 1 billion people a day are paying for your knowledge.
That is very true.
So you really have to kind of think about that. So I'm going to suggest that everybody go ahead and start getting online and start, starting up your online business and tweaking it and getting to know it. Learn the data, learn all of that, because it's important for you. You're going to need that in the future.
That is very true.
Absolutely. And if you need help doing that, you're always welcome to work with us. You can go to DianeRobin.com, or you can click the link below, or look at the.
Yeah, we might come across a little silly and finding fun facts sometimes, but really,
we do know what we're doing.
The knowledge is what you go after. And the knowledge of computer learning, oh my God, she's really good at it.
Well, one of the things that I like to do, and this is really important because I think it is important in every business. It's important in both of the businesses I'm in today. But it's analytics. Analytics is really important, and
that is going to be huge.
It keeps your business thriving, because the more you tweak and the more you analyze and the more you know, the better you can direct your business. And let's face it, the world is ever changing, so things are constantly changing. All kind of different things will happen that we'll go through these little spurts of, everybody's got to do this. Oh no, everybody's going to do that.
Yeah, it's staying up with the trends.
So you want to
be ahead of the trends.
But the way that you do that is from analyzing the data that you have.
Correct.
And it's really easy to do, but people get intimidated by it.
And you shouldn't.
And you shouldn't. So if you need help with that, by all means, come work with us. You can go work with DianeRobin.com.
So I hope everyone has a beautiful weekend, and that's all I have to say.
Yes, if you're watching us from YouTube, please make sure you hit the subscribe button so you get notified when we're on.
That is true.
Yay.
All right, so go out and be kind. I say it every day, and that's the one thing, again, nobody can take that away from you, right? Being kind is what you're supposed to do. So make your corner of the world a safe and happy place for you and all your loved ones.
That's actually kind of funny, because now every time somebody says be kind, I always do this. I always go.
That's funny in itself. At any rate, I'm Di.
And I'm Robin, and until next time, embrace the life that you desire.
We'll see you on Monday. Have a beautiful weekend, and thank you so much for stopping by. Bye-bye.